Okay, good morning, guys. Early plan today. Tomorrow is going to be Juneteenth, so market's going to be closed. Future's going to be open a half day, so probably close around noon or 1 or whatever it is. Okay, here's what I think is going to happen today. So far, so good. We had our relief bounce since open. Uh, from the FOMC sell off. We had our push into market open. Right at open, we had our little rug pull candle. I believe that we have a little bit lower to go on this one. This will look to check the higher low down here. There's one thing I want to say though. It does not matter if this holds. It could also come down here. I don't want you to look at what the exact low is. I put where my speculative low is, which is right here, but I don't think the knife catches the play here. The play is to just let it play out and then play the breakout of this downtrend right here that got established. Or if you want to look at it a different way, play the reclaim of the bottom of this flag that we just touched. Once we reclaim this flag, the flag is from 75.80 to 76.50. We should send it. Okay, we should send it. In that way, you can sidestep being wrong in taking extra drawdown down here if you wait for it to give you the layup entry, which is a reclaim of this flag, which is just going to push. Okay. Once you get in, which this is what I'm assuming is going to happen. So you can be short right now. That's fine if you're scalping short, but be aware that I'm pretty sure that this one's going to hit and hold, but it might not be that one. So try not to FOMO too much if we deviate from plan a little bit because it could be either of these, and I could be wrong altogether. So I'm trying to tell you how to stay out of trouble, right? So let's go with what I think is going to happen. If we come down around 7,500 and then reclaim this flag, you can long this thing straight up, uh, all the way through the flag. Go into runner somewhere around here. You're going to target 7,734, not in a straight line. Remember, I draw these in a straight line. That doesn't mean price goes in a straight line. It's just how I visualize wave patterns. Okay, so this is what I think is going to happen. This is what how I'm going to execute. I'm going to just sit on my hands. If you were long overnight, great. If you played that little push pre-market, great. If you are playing this down candle, great. But sit on hands when we start guessing what the low is, and then just as soon as we grab that reclaim of the flag, so 7576, look for a hard push through it. That's the play. Let's go through some other stuff too. High time frame, guys. Higher, much higher. I am looking. See, I hate to cover high time frame because people always roll their eyes. I swear I've done this many times. I didn't do a high time frame video this weekend because we had all these catalysts coming up. I want to see what these candles look like. But high time frame, I'm looking way higher. If you're wondering, like for AMD and stuff like that, what's your ultimate target? I know DHS about that. It's higher than 800, but the idea is not that I want to hold AMD. AI and tech had a great run, and I think it will continue to run, but I want to rotate to the lagging leg, which is why I'm going into crypto type stuff. Mara and Riot allocating more towards that. I know I've been saying this for a long time, but I have a high time frame perspective, right? I don't know exactly when these high time frame monthly with an M candles are going to bottom out. I just know when they do, how I want to be positioned for when these monthly candles reverse, right? So I could say something for a month. I could say something for 2 months. It does not change my high time frame perspective, right? I'm looking at the monthly and the weekly candles, not the daily or the hourly or the minutes. Okay. And I'm expecting the market to go 10, 11, 12,000. So much higher. And even then, I don't think it's going to top, right? That just means I think there's going to be a brutal pullback. And we're going to do what we always do: sell, profit, raise powder, and play the reclaim, right? And we are going to do this for everything. So you're like, well, how do you position when the market is going down? Well, when one thing's going down, something else is going to be reclaiming after a major drawdown. Will it be TLT? Will it be gold? Will it be commodities? Probably a whole bunch of all of it, right? But gold is in a downtrend, and we can buy gold and long it while the market is in free fall. All right, like you can have a long bias even if you're not long on the legacy markets or Bitcoin, because you're just playing other charts. Like money never comes out of the market; it just moves around in funny ways. So I play the way I play. I'm a long bias trader, but I don't always put my money in equities, right? It just so happens that that's the best place for it to be recently. Bitcoin, are we finally bottoming out? I don't know. We're so close, guys. It's taking its sweet time. I can acknowledge how annoying this is. I don't cover MSTR in the channel because what I said is MSTR is just it's not the same one-to-one, but it's in a very similar structure to Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin decides to go, MSTR will. And the way I say it is like when you would long Bitcoin, like how I would long it at 64K, that's when you would long MSTR, and when you sell out of Bitcoin, if we make it up to our target around 130, that's when you would sell MSTR, right? So the idea is you just play it adjacent, but know that it's more a leveraged version of the same thing. That's how I look at MSTR. Riot's so bullish. Riot wants to go. It can't go until the market lets loose. So we're hoping for that reclaim of the flag. Mara is slightly weaker than Riot, but Mara is the same sort of thing. I think they're both going to go. I think Riot's going to go a little harder, but Mara and Riot are both good. These are my chosen miners. AMD is up 4%. That's funny because the market's down. This thing is going to go so hard, guys. I'm positioned in this, but I am trimming. Like I trimmed recently. I will trim again and I will trim again. But the idea here is we're going to hit around 800. Once we hit around 800, I will be out completely of my AMD trade. All I'm in right now is like for people who haven't been following this trade, I trade in and out of AMD all the time, right? So I was in AMD from like, God, it had to be like around 120, rode that up until right about 380, got out, got back again for the latest push to 530, got out, got back in again right around 480, riding this push, going to get out at 800. We'll get back in around 700, ride the next push. Like we're just going to keep pushing these things higher, but we're going to raise powder and move money around, right? So I want to be in AMD. I just don't want to be in AMD all the time, right? Because it's going to stop and consolidate when other things are moving and vice versa. Coin's just going to track Bitcoin. We're doing good. Upstart looks like, see, it's like these are like these yeah, like if Riot and Mara weren't stressful enough, I got into another high beta stock. I play Upstart though. I've played this many times over the years, and I will continue to play it. Actually, Lakers brought this to my attention that it pulled back to the buy-in, and since I haven't looked at it in a long time, I'm like, yep, he's right. But look at the coiling done in Upstart. Look what's happening here. We've never tested the top of this range, and we are just coiling in a high time frame move now. I started playing Upstart. Oh man, when I started this stack, so we played some of this initial move up all the way back in like 2022. Played some of these individual runs, but ultimately we haven't had the big one yet, right? And that's what I'm positioning for this time. So that's why I said Upstart leaps. Same thing with Netflix. I'm looking for leaps right now because I want to give myself 6 to 8 months to the end of this year to catch an expansion candle, right? And I don't want to time it exactly. So Upstart leaps, Netflix leaps. Somebody said, how do you manage Netflix? I'll answer that question right here. I got into Netflix at 78. It came down here. That was perfectly plausible. The idea here, guys, is if it breaks the swing low, I don't stop out, but I want to sell the relief bounce. So like for instance, if this is your entry and you break the swing low down here and it gets nasty, I'm going to sell the relief bounce back to my entry. If we never break the swing low, I just hold. I hold because my upside's like 200 something. I'm just going to hold. We have not broken the swing low. My entry was 78. We're now trading 77. This is not something that causes me alarm. NVAX, I am waiting to take a position in. We have not gotten the opportunity yet. We are waiting for a high time frame close over 22. Palantir is being annoying. I still have that exact same starter position, but it's right at the swing low. So same exact thing for the other one, although my positioning on the other one is much better. The other one being Netflix. If we pop or if we break this swing low, I'm just going to sell the relief bounce back to my entry right here, right? And I'll wash my hands of Palantir and come back to it later. If we hold the swing low, I'm going to keep holding it towards the target, right? So I'm just going to let price tell me what to do next. Not going to worry about it. NVIDIA is really good for the market cap. I don't know what to say. New, I think we sold at the perfect time, and we're going to get back in right here. So be ready for that. Oxy, I missed my short entry, which I would have been waiting for weeks. This was a good play overall, though. I can't complain too much. I played it all the way up. I played the short entry down. I was waiting for my next short entry for this leg down. I missed it. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. Got a couple more things on my watch list, but I'm not going to cover them yet because they're not ready. They're still cooking. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah. Okay. We're flagging around, guys. I still think we're going to take out this low. So I'm going to write up the plan like this. If we just shoot right through 7,600 right now, or we pop higher, don't trust it until we clear 7,600. Even if we pop higher first, just be careful with this one because it would really be good to test these FOMC lows before we stick a reclaim. Just be aware of that, guys, and be really cautious if we pop first that it's not just trying to bull trap you a little bit before we go. Take care, guys.